Okay. So mainly district industries centers, which is incorporated in 1978, with uh, the objective to provide integrated administrative framework at the district levels. We have been discussing so far, like there is a central level, state level institutions, and these are the institutions, even though it has been taken up by the central government, initiative, and mainly we look at DICs will be in every district, majority of districts in each state. You find their centers, offices. Even Mangalore also we have a DIC center in the AID industrial area. We have their DIC office. Okay, in our Mangalore AID industrial area is there. Over there it is been located. So mainly DICs have so many functions. We'll discuss those. Okay, mainly it acts as a single window system, because this also a separate topic where you can expect for 3 marks question. So DIC also acts as a single window system. Single window system is something which in a single place you are going to get all the activities services done. Okay, so it mainly DICs helps the small, micro, as well as tiny or cottage industries. Okay, they help, okay, these industries, these kind of entrepreneurs. So here mainly DIC also, you look at the second paragraph, which talks about it helps in implementing the central and state government various schemes and programs. So DIC tries to implement various programs which is being brought out by the central government or the state government. There are a lot of schemes and programs which will be released, launched by the government to help the small scale and tiny industries. So through the DIC, those schemes are being implemented, will be distributed or helped. So registration of small scale industries is done at the district. So registration of small scale industries. So if you want to register as a small scale industry, so DIC, through DIC center you can get it done. So Pradhan Mantri Rozgar Yojana also is implemented under DIC. So that's the reason I said mainly the central and state government schemes and programs which has been exclusively meant for small scale, micro or tiny or cottage industries will be implemented through the DIC. Also, you could see the organizational structure of the DIC, how the organization of DIC works. There is a general manager, functional managers, project managers to provide technical services in the areas relevant to the needs of the district concerned. Management of DIC is done by the state government. State governments controls the DIC, and there are the hierarchy. Like there is a DIC director will be there. Under that, there are people who are will be helping in all the activities like launching of the product or releasing and documentation process, advisory, training sessions, many more things. So so let's look at the what are the activities usually these district industries center does. Okay, so carry on. Carry out. So first one will be the economic investigation, because they'll try to find out the potential of the particular local conditions. I meant to say that example Mangalore, Dakshin Kannada. Dakshin Kannada is one district. Under Dakshin Kannada, they'll see that which is the potential. What is the potential for the business? What is the opportunity it has? What kind of business are more good, which can be started in Dakshin Kannada, and what are the materials available, what are the skills, resources available. So a lot of things are there. They are going to investigate the potential, okay, and what kind of industries could be set up in in our South Canada could be that reports investigation will be done, a research will be done, and will be reports will be prepared. Then it helps in plant and machinery, identifying the right kind of plants and machinery, sourcing of plant and machinery, and various subsidy schemes which is related to the plant and machinery. Everything, information and support activities, they help the industries in this regard. Research, education, and training. Yes, they conduct a lot of, as I said, like investigation, research. They conduct a lot of research about the state, sector, research about in the state. What is the potential opportunities, potential things and or businesses which could be incorporated, or I would say that local district level research, and try to conduct various training programs for small scale industries or tiny industries. All those things schemes will be implemented. Then raw materials procurement. So how to activities help the industries, local industry, district level industries, like to procure the raw materials which are needed to various means and sources. Like they help you, they give you the information and the support. Credit facilities. So credit facility, they may not be directly, various schemes, various government schemes or various institutions which they have tied up. Through that, they help the industries to source the funds, to raise the funds. Marketing assistance, market the products and services in the various segments, or to tap the right kind of target customers. So obviously, they based on their report or research, whatever, they will try to help. That is one more activity, marketing activity they also undertake. Cottage industry support, khadi industries, cottage industries, in the rural area and all, they help. Okay, so you could see that all these activities are being supported or undertaken by the BIC. And anytime an entrepreneur or small scale industry can approach and get a help, maximum help from them. Okay, so objective of BIC. uh, what is the main objective? Why DIC has been set up? Why there was a need to set up in each district? Example, in Karnataka, we have some districts. So all the districts, majority of the district, you find DIC. In Tamil Nadu, in Kerala, in UP, and everywhere. Every state has the DICs. Because exclusively these DICs will help the local district level, you know, um, industries. So first one, it will be to accelerate the overall efforts for industrialization of the district. What is the main intention? We are not looking at a very broader perspective immediately. The DIC looks at the immediate. So what is the how can I improve industries, or promote industrialization in my district? Example, in Dakshina Kannada. So Dakshina Kannada DIC will think that how I can improve or industrialize more companies. How can I promote? How can I encourage? How can I motivate more people to get into business or start their new business in South Campus? So that is one. More mainly to accelerate. Okay. Second, rural industrialization and development of rural industries and handicrafts. So mainly what I'm talking about, if you are concentrating on a district, so that means there are so many taluks, there are so many villages which come under a particular district. So mainly what I look in, I see that there is a rural development through the industrialization, through setting up the small or micro or tiny industries. Example, we find a lot of small scale industries in various categories or segments in Puttur. Even you find in Beltangadi, we find in so even a rural place, remote place, if there is a potential, they help. We need to develop the rural industries. We need to promote rural industries, so that because if you set up a small or tiny industry, so it is a potential for a growth, because you might hire, it gives the employment, it improves the standard of living of the people, it improves the local area. Your markets will be market. You get effective utilization of resources, and you can market your products everywhere throughout the different locations. Not only you are restricting your products to selling in only South Canada, you can sell it throughout the state or in other states. So that's a potential. So they work on that to improve the rural development. Next, attainment of economic equality in various regions of the district. So this gives you a clarity. So economic equality, that means, so a you know proportional growth everywhere, balanced growth. I don't want to see that only particular taluk is growing, other taluk is not growing. We don't want that unequal. We want equality. So where in under South Canada, that all the regions, all the rural areas, and everywhere there is a the constant or balanced growth which is happening. We should not. So that's the reason to bring in economic equality. So DIC helps in that regard. So that's one more objective, to bring in economic equality, to achieve economic equality. Then providing the benefit of the government schemes to the new entrepreneurs. So mainly, see what many local entrepreneurs are not aware, that what are the different schemes have been brought out by the government or state government or central government, or what are the various schemes are available for the even existing small scale industries. What are the different kinds of companies which are assisting in training, which are the institute which are helping in getting subsidies. So they are not aware. So mainly DIC helps in creating awareness and promoting various government schemes which have been brought out by the government to the entrepreneurs. So that is most important, because we lack information. The entrepreneurs lack information. So through DIC, it is much easier for the entrepreneurs to get a lot of information. This is one more objective, to reach out to every entrepreneur. Next, centralization of procedures required to start a new venture, minimization of the efforts and time required to obtain various permissions, license, registration, and subsidies. So another biggest the main advantage of having a DIC in the particular district for the entrepreneurs is this. The objective is to reach out to all those new entrepreneurs to help them to get the permission which are required, get the licenses which needed to start the business, get the documentation process done, so that whatever support is required, like example to get permissions, example to set up a business, you require a government permission, you require a selection of the location and getting electricity permission, safety the requirements, waste management permission. So everything is required to set up an industry. It's not that you just interested and set up. It's not easy. There is a lot of documented processes involved. So in this case, and there are various subsidy schemes which are available for you for the entrepreneur. So all these things are done in a central level. So somebody, an entrepreneur who is interested to set up a business, first can he directly go to the DIC and discuss with the concerned authority and get a detailed idea about that and get their help. At DIC maximum, they will help you whatever the support is required to the entrepreneurs. So this is the beauty of the DIC. So these are the main objectives. Okay, so that's the reason it comes under state government of state government, particular state government, and this is how DIC performs. Okay, this is talks about the functions in detail. So based on the objective, obviously you have a lot of functions which has been designed or done. So functions which will be carried out by the DIC. So let's look at the what are the functions of the DIC. So it acts as a focal point of the industrialization of the district. So it's a central point. So it acts as the main institute which supports the or help the industrialization of the particular district. If you want to see that your industry example, you can look at all the districts in Karnataka may not be growing equally, and you find that a lot of industries are there in Mangalore. We have so many industrial. There are different industrial areas are there. In that, there are so many industries are there, set up. But if you look at Assam, if you look at, there may not be. There might be much more also. In some districts, there may be no industrialization at all. So it's purely depend on the DIC, because mainly the main function is that it acts as a supporting system. Mainly DIC works in industrialization of the district, particular district. So this is one of the functions where they'll be working and promoting. Second, prepares the industrial profile of the district with respect to it's part of that only. Statistical information about existing industries, units, district in the large, medium, small, and as well as the cooperative sectors. So what you see, it prepares the report of the district, detailed report. Who are interested to set up a unit in here, and all the details about the geographical condition, demographic, various statistical data, various industries which has been operating in particular districts, small, different, all the information like large scale industries, small scale industries, tiny industries, every information and what are the sectors, like which segment, how many industries are there in the food processing, how many industries are there in the manufacturing, how many industries are there in services, how many industries are there in fabrication, there are different, each segment, all the reports they prepare, because that will give you and every information about related to infrastructure, support system, skill labor, all the detail will be there, so that whoever reads that might feel interested to set up a business, because he feels that there is a lot of opportunity, there is a lot of potential, and there is a infrastructure facility which are available, so that I can set up a business. So it's very important, need to have a detailed industrial profile of the particular district. Then opportunity guidance to entrepreneurs. So okay, they'll help, what are the opportunities are available in particular district. Okay, to the entrepreneurs also will be done by the DIC. Then compilation of information about local sources of raw materials and their availability. Because if example somebody would like to set up a business in Puttur, okay, example in Puttur industrial area, example. So he has to see that okay, he has to require some information. So the DIC will provide. So what are the resources available at Puttur? Okay, and what kind of raw material is they are having, and whether they are available whenever you expect, regularly. So all those things, all the detail and all the information will be there, because when these information is available, the entrepreneurs can decide whether they can set up a business unit in a particular location or not, based on the resources or the raw materials or the availability of raw materials. Okay, and connectivity, everything matters. So it's very important. Manpower assessment with respect to skilled and semi-skilled workers. So DIC also helps in finding out and helping you out, like how many skilled workers are there, how many unskilled or semi-skilled workers are there in the particular district, because that is most important, because that will be useful for industries. That will be useful for all entrepreneurs who would like to set up the business. The reason is very simple. Without a skilled labor, you cannot run the show. Okay, so you need a skilled labor, okay, regularly, and it should be available in good numbers. So if that is there, obviously that is a plus point of the particular district. Next, you look at the assessment of the availability of infrastructure facility, which I've already told you. So you look at the various infrastructure facility available: good road facility, connectivity facility, transport, development, warehouse, storing, storehouses, quality testing centers. All those things should be whether it is available in the particular district. Okay, so it's very important, because anybody, like example, Mangalore. If you consider Dakshina Kannada, we have been linked to in all the network is very good. We have road connectivity, we have sea connectivity, we have air connectivity, we have railway connectivity. So that's the reason we considered as one of the best locations to get connected. Okay, so that's the reason. What I mean to say that that is a plus point of South Canada, and that's the reason a lot of companies which are flourishing. Okay, so that's the reason there is a lot of development which we could see in South Canada because of a good connectivity. So infrastructure is also good, but still there are might be certain demands which by the district industries, that there is still more infrastructure development which is needed, which is not happening. So the DIC need to work on that. You need to do that in that regard. So next, there are many. A few more. Next slide also covers the functions. Organized entrepreneurship development training programs. So one of the activity function is of the DIC also conduct regular training programs or certain scheme. Creating awareness about particular schemes and all. So this is also regularly they conduct, because that's main important. Like what are the schemes, what are the training, things, skills is required. So that need to be conducted. Those training programs need to be conducted in particular district. Then provide information about various government schemes, subsidies, grants available for the other corporations set up for the promotion of the industry. So they also create an awareness and inform that various government schemes which have been launched, which have been running, which will be all those things, schemes, subsidies, everything, assistance, grants, anything which is required. So DIC will help. So that's the reason I've been telling you. Any entrepreneur who would like to go and get more information, would like to set up, it's the best thing that they should go and approach the DIC. Because if an entrepreneur has just an idea, he has a plan, you would like to know more about whether it's feasible, whether should I set up the business and all. So it's first and foremost, you can visit the DIC office and get the maximum information from them, and based on that, you can decide. Okay, they will guide. They'll give a lot of information. Then DIC gives the information, like it gives small scale industries registration. If entrepreneur would like to register his business under small scale industries, scale industry, segment, then they will help you in registering that your business under that segment. Then prepares techno-economic feasibility report, technology and economic. Techno-economic means whether technology, they prepare reports. They feel that whether it's feasible, what kind of feasibility options, whether it's feasible to develop, set up the technological based, business units in a particular district, because whether it's economically viable, because it's cost effective. Otherwise, whether it's does not help. Setting up a technology driven industries in Mangalore, example Mangalore, whether it will be effective, whether the industry, the entrepreneur can make money out of it. Okay, so feasibility. Okay, techno economic feasibility report also they prepare. Advise entrepreneurs on investments. So they advise which is the right kind of investments you can do, where you can do, which segment you can do. So all those information or guidance. Okay, so advisors to the entrepreneurs the DIC gives, acts as a link between the entrepreneur and the lead bank of the district. So DIC acts as a middleman or a link between the main bank which is funding the business units. Okay, there are various banks might be. Okay, it acts as a link between the entrepreneur with the bank, so that it will be much easier for the entrepreneur to get the funds. Even if any entrepreneur goes through the industry DIC, so it will be much easier to approach. Entrepreneur can easily approach the bank, and banks also will, or funding banks or institution might also entertain the entrepreneur because he comes with the right channel. Okay, so it's very, instead of going directly approaching the financial institution, it's better to go through the DIC. It acts as a link. Okay, so it's always better. That's one more function because it acts as a link between that. Okay, a few more implements of the government of sponsored schemes. Any sponsored like state or central level schemes have been brought out. So they will, in DIC will implement that. Okay, so it invite that entrepreneurs to make use of those schemes. Okay, so that's one. Helps entrepreneurs in obtaining license from the electricity board, water supply board, no objection certificate, everything. I said to set up a industry or set up a business unit, you need to get a lot of license permissions. Okay, so to get that, DIC helps getting a license, and you also get no objection certificate from the fire, and you should get from the waste management, you get from the municipal corporation, you get from the various boards. So it's like water supply, so many things are there. Okay, so DIC will help. Okay, and then next, assist the entrepreneur to procure imported machinery and raw materials. It helps the entrepreneurs to get machines. It doesn't mean that you have to get the machines from only from India. So there are you can procure the machines from other countries as well. So DIC will help. So for which country, which kind of machines are available, and how you can get it, source those machines. What are the procedure you need to follow to import the machines and make payments. So all those things, and even procure raw materials. From where you can procure raw materials, how you can procure raw materials, who are the different kinds of suppliers are available in the market. So all those things, could be done. Then organizing marketing outlets in liaison, liaison with other government agencies. It helps. DIC also helps in marketing your product. By providing various opportunity in different locations or tying up with the outlets, providing more information about the various outlets, conducting trade shows, or making the giving information about more trade fairs which are happening around the state or around India. So they will give, where and all you can, these entrepreneurs can, or industrial units can go and market and showcase their products. So these are all, in many cases what happens, government only comes out with a lot of initiatives like to promote or conducting various trade fairs or trade shows or sector wise exhibitions or trainings and all those things. So DIC will help and create an awareness to entrepreneurs to go and attend those and market those, and meet the consumers. So these are the various, marketing activities. Even in the districts, also they hold a lot of marketing, activities. So these are the activities which has been done by the DIC. So these are the functions, okay, of the DIC. We discussed the functions of DIC. We discussed objectives of the DIC. We discussed activities, and what do you mean by it? What is about DIC? Background about the DIC. Okay, it's a very important topic. I recommend you to be very thorough with the DIC. Okay, next topic is the single window system. So, what do you mean by single window system? Is where the facilities, it's a facility where all the facilities are available in one place. So mainly single means one place where all the facilities are available. For example, you have given in banking, there are various dealings like withdrawing cash from the savings account, current account, purchase of draft facility, pay orders, making fixed deposits. If you go to enter the branch of the bank branch, so a lot of services like you can get loans, you can open a demat account, you open so many, at one place. So similarly, single window system is that where in one place you get all the services, maximum services which are available. So earlier for each type of transaction, a customer had to approach different staff, all those things. Now what they have done, single system. One staff only, multiple services are provided. Similarly, today all the facilities can be available in one counter. So that's the reason called a single window system. And more of a why I call it DIC as acts as one of the single window system. DIC considers a single window system because where if you go and approach the DIC, majority as you come across their activities and functions. Now you can understand that how important DIC is particular for the particular entrepreneur or a small scale industry or a particular district. So if anybody is interested to to set up a business, it's better to go and approach the DIC where majority of your work done. Okay, so in one place you get maximum service, where one place you get maximum information, one place where you get maximum support, which is much needed for every entrepreneur, every small scale industry unit or a tiny unit. So that's the reason I call it as a single window system. One place, all the maximum services are provided. So that is called single window system, and many states are following this. Okay. Okay. Next, before I go to industrial policy, I would like to um, share. Uh, just a minute. So I will show you there just one report about the DIC prepared report on Dakshin Kannada. See, I told you, DIC prepares the. Are you able to see now? Okay. Um,
Yes,
so
sir.
yeah, I said like a DIC prepares the report. So this is one report on Mangalore, Dakshin Kannada. Okay, which is prepared by a district industrial profile. Okay. So here you could see that so all the report. This is there's just a yeah. I'll take you through this. So it talks about your area Dakshin Kannada, and it covers Mangalore, Bentangadi, Bandwal, Puttur, Sulya map they have given, and they have given the national roads, rivers, railways, how they are connected, and industrial estate, industrial area they given. So here you could see there is a green color is industrial estate, red color is industrial area in Puttur. There is one industrial area in Puttur which has been identified. You could see that. You see, this is not a latest one because latest reports are not available. I got up 2016. Okay, 3-year-old report, 4-year-old report. But still, you find there is a industrial area. Okay, which is there in Mangalore. There are many six. Okay, and you find in Puttur one. So similarly, there is a background briefly about write up on what are the things, how the hierarchy, everything. Table of contents. It includes, you could see that introduction and general character of the districts they have given, location and geographic area, topography, availability of minerals, forest, administrative setup, infrastructure, district at a glance, existing status of the industrial area in the district, industrial scenario of Dakshin Kannada district, industry at a glance, year-wise trend of units, how many new companies have registered year-wise. Okay, that detail is available. Details of the existing micro and small scale enterprises and artisans units in the district. How many micro and small scale industries are there? So large scale industries and public sector undertakings which are working under Dakshin Kannada, growth trend over the years, vendorization or ancillarization of the industry. What are the ancillary related business units are there? Medium scale enterprises, service enterprises, potential areas for service industry. What are they are identified potential areas? Potential area for new micro, small, and medium enterprises. Okay, so that is also micro enterprises. Okay, so this has been given, and existing clusters of micro and small enterprises. So all you could see here, all these things are covered in this report. Okay, somebody who would like to know about setting up of the business in Dakshin Kannada, he can go through about this report. When he goes through about this report, you get everything about uniqueness of this. Okay, so what are the availability of minerals are available. Okay, so that all data will give you an insight to the entrepreneur. Okay, these are the potential, these are the resources my company would like to set up because my company works in this kind of minerals. So then there is a chance that you can set up a business here. Okay, administrative setups, infrastructure, power. See, could see power, water facility, what is there for an industry and for the domestic purpose. The district at glance is there. Okay, population, agriculture, forest, railway, roads, kilometers, everything. You could see this. I can share this. I'll share you at later, through Edmodo. So, but see, just I told you. See, somebody who can go through this. If somebody, it's a detailed report of the whole Dakshin Kannada, and also there are few industry names also mentioned. Various say meat products, agri products. So, which talks about list of potential MSME in the district. What are the potential MSME? Agro-based industries, vegetable and fruit processing industries. Under that, there are kinds: fruit pulp, canned fruits, soups, pickles, jams, other food products, spice products like spice mixers, condiments, beverages, herbal related, Ayurveda related, other agro related company. These are all the potentials are there. Which could be set up in Dakshin Kannada. Okay, so dairy products, agri engineering. So you could look at that. All detail have been given. Okay. So these are the steps to set up the MSME. What are the steps? You can set up your industry under MSME. So registration of MSME, there is a contact person. See, information given. Deputy director. Deputy director means usually comes under a DIC. Okay. So identification of project profile, techno economic and managerial consultancy service. So you can consult who you can entrepreneur can contact. So industrial land, there is a whom you have to contact. Industrial shed, whom you have to contact. Financial assistance, all nationalized banks, they tie up. Or Karnataka State Finance Corporation, KSFSC is there. So for raw material under government supply, there is chairman where you have to contact. So this you could see that all the information they have given. Example, your marketing and export assistance you require to contact these particular agencies or institutions. So clearly, if somebody who doesn't have any idea about this can look at this report and contact the concerned. Okay, so look at the few basics about background. So this is the report which takes you, tells you about beautiful report about like concerned authority you have to approach for a to set up your business. Okay, I hope you are clear with this. I'll share it later because this is how then DIC helps. So it's always advisable, like particular entrepreneurs in particular district, go and approach their DICs. Okay, so DIC will help them to the maximum level. So this is about uh, DIC, and okay, so you could see this is about you can visit each one, micro, small, and medium enterprises department, which comes under DIC, district industry centers. Okay, DIC is comes under that. Okay, so each will have their officers. So each one they have given. See, each website you can visit, and which gives you like what they would like to look at: incentive schemes and administration, how this administration is done, how the enforcement of quality controls orders. So implementation of self-employment schemes like Prime Minister Employment Generation Program, Unemployed Youth Employment Generation Program, New Entrepreneur Come Entrepreneur Development Schemes. So what are the schemes? Everything, the information will be there. So Karnataka DIC, under that our Mangalore DIC. So it's like we were planning even to last year we thought about inviting a director of the DIC to explain and interact with the students. And hopefully we could not because last time DIC director was busy. So this year we hopefully if you get the time, we can get to interact with you so that you will get a detailed idea about DIC and it working condition, how they work and what are the services they provide and how the entrepreneur can make use of them. So everything. So we'll hope that everything's get better and as we get one talk session, we can hold on this. Okay. Any questions?